It's going live now. And we can even like, wait a second.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like we can chat a little bit and welcome people and then start the podcast recording.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone that's watching this.
Hi. Okay, did you get the link?
I did get the link. I'm gonna
Okay. Charm Bomb is always a hot mess when we record. All right.
Okay, let me go pop it into Twitter.
Put that down there so I can see that I'm recording. And I've lost. Oh my goodness. If you could only see my screen right now. Yeah.
All right, it's out.
I want to be where the Charm Bomb people are. I want to see them.
See the hot mess.
Recording a podcast. I guess that could be the intro.
I love it.
Okay, welcome to Charm Bomb.
Welcome to Charm Bomb.
The once-ish a month time Joanna and I get on the internet and talk to each other and then record it for your earbuds pleasure.
I'm Joanna. Hi.
Oh, hi Joanna. I'm Summer.
Hi, Summer.
Hi. Here I am at the IGGPP camp grounds.
Yeah. Of course, in the podcast they can't see. So basically we have a camp map that's a top view. It's like a satellite view of the camp. And she is just floating in front of it.
Hovering over everything.
Camp.
Except if I move, the illusion is ruined. Yeah, I made this with some D&D stuff. Emily!
Yeah. Hi, everybody. We're recording this live from IGGPP camp, which we've talked about in the last 2 episodes. So we have a live studio audience, aka a chat room. So hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming to Charm Bomb Live.
This is what live podcasting in the age of Corona looks like.
It's true.
Just yelling at your computer. Oh, it's good. Well, let's start off with what we're drinking.
Oh, I have orange juice because it's morning and I needed some fruit.
Equally as exciting, I have Trader Joe's limeade, which you can't see because of the background.
You can't even see.
There we go.
Oh, there it is. Cheers.
Trader Joe's limeade. Cheers. It's like I'm drinking camp with that illusion there.
Aren't we all just drinking camp right now?
Zoom's virtual backgrounds leaves a little bit to be desired. Yeah, I wanted to make hot chocolate and then I made a loaf of bread this morning and that used all my milk. So I have no milk.
Whoops.
Oh, well.
Next time.
By tonight, hopefully.
There you go.
I'll need to go to the store. Yay. What else is going on? What's going on in life? We're in the middle of camp, so I feel like we're kind of in camp.
Yeah, we're just sort of in full camp mode right now. It is at the time of this recording. We're usually less specific with our recording times, but as of the time of this recording, we are midway through day 3 of camp, and I've been having a good time. I've been chatting with a lot of people in live streams and on our Discord, and I've done some crafts, and just it's been fun. Camp has been super fun this year.
I made these almond butter bars and I can't stop eating them.
Those are on my list. I haven't made them yet, but I'm excited for them.
And now I put them on my mouth, which was a bad idea because I'm recording a podcast. What am I thinking?
Oh, Summer.
You talk. Go ahead.
I'll talk. Yeah, so camp has been great. We have a really awesome staff this year and a really awesome group of campers. And there are fun things to do coming on the blog and on social media still, which, you're going to listen to this episode after camp is over, but all of those things are still on the blog. You can do them year round. You can have camp lives in your heart year round, y'all. Year round camp.
And in this lovely image I made.
And in the lovely image that Summer made. It is really beautiful. It looks like watercolors.
I wish I could remember. I wish I could link to where I got these from. But I think it was Amanda. It's supposed to be a D&D map making kit.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that's cool.
I just used it to make the campgrounds.
I like it.
I really enjoyed the gaming that we got to do yesterday. I got to play some Jackbox games with people.
Oh, nice.
I won Quiplash. So sometimes I'm funny. But that was a really good time, and I'm looking forward to that again this evening. My time.
Woohoo!
Feel free to join. It's going to be 8:00 my time, so I do the math on your own, because
this is for the live audience, because unless you can time travel,
yeah, which maybe you can, and in that case, come hang out with me tonight. This is an open invitation to time travelers. But what are you outside of camp, since we are also time travelers, and
yes,
you are listening to this in the future.
Ooh.
So, that's
what thing. Are you into?
What are you into now that it's the future?
I have been, my recent TV obsession is this show called Warrior Nun.
Oh yeah.
And it is, oh, I love it so much. I keep recommending it to everyone. I'm like, just go to YouTube and watch the trailer and tell me you do not love this show. I am not normally a TV show binger. I binged Warrior Nun. It's only 10 episodes. And I am saying nun as in like the member of the Catholic clergy, nun, N-U-N. So it is, how do I describe it? It is fantasy thriller adventure, I guess. It's about a girl who is dead and then gets a mystical, like, basically there is an order of nuns that you're introduced to in like the opening moments, and they're in this massive fight over a halo, over an object, and the halo gets stashed inside of the body of this girl who has died, and she comes back to life with the thing, and it's everything, shenanigans ensue. I don't want to, yes, Shotgun Mary is one of the characters. I love Shotgun Mary so much. She's wonderful. But yeah, it is a story about someone finally getting their freedom for the first time in their lives. So it's a coming of age story. It's a who am I story, but it's also got badass nuns who can like do these amazing things. I can't even properly describe it. You need to go watch the trailer. It's fantastic. I'm obsessed with it, and I really hope it gets a season 2.
I will give it a shot. You said you don't know anyone who doesn't like it, and I watched the first couple episodes and I haven't gotten into it yet.
That makes me sad.
I know. I don't dislike it. I'm just not, it hasn't captured my attention fully yet. So I will after camp try to watch another couple episodes, because I enjoyed bits of it, but there's also parts of it where I'm just like, really, this is a very tropey trope.
I don't mind it though. Like I like, so some of the stuff I like about it, I like the inner monologue. She has an inner monologue, the main character does. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you don't normally get that unless characters are writing stuff down or reading texts or something. And it just full on breaks the fourth wall and gives you her inner monologue, which I like. And I like that her character development is slow, but she doesn't just immediately fall into being like a fully developed, cool person, because she has no life experience. So she makes a lot of really bad choices. And it takes her a long time to sort of begrudgingly figure out what she's going to do with her newfound state of being.
Yeah, I'm in the bad life choices part of the show, so that can be a little bit of a like make some good choices because you're not.
She does. I mean, there is character development though.
Yeah.
And
she's just hooked back up with the nuns. That's where I mean, all of this out of context sounds very strange, I'm sure.
It really does. But I have to give the show credit. I normally can see very tropey things coming. And in the last couple of episodes, it flipped a couple things on their heads that I didn't expect. So
good.
I appreciated that.
Well, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I am into something that I think you will know as well. So this is something that was recommended to me by a Iggle who was playing as well. So I bought this game called Good Society, which is an RPG about where you basically make a Jane Austen story. Like that's what the game is kind of like writing your own Austen novel RPG. And Joanna will know this because I made her play with me. So Joanna is in my game that we're playing right now.
It's so fun. It's so drama.
It's so drama. So
that's how you play the game.
I don't even know what happens. I'm pretty sure I got drunk and then got in a fight last time.
Yes, that is accurate.
Yeah, because the girl that I like doesn't like me back because I, left off to military academy without saying goodbye.
Could you?
So much drama. We're only like 2 sessions
episodes?
In and it's already episodes. We're already like 2 sessions in and it's like just this insane it's basically like Jane Austen improv. Your character goals. Oh, I have to do some DM work for that game before we meet next. But it's a lot of fun. And I bought the base game, Good Society, but then they also just had some expansion packs come out, which now that I know what I'm doing in a little bit, I want to play some of those. So there's like one that's like sense and swordmanship, and then there's one that's magic, like kind of magic based world.
I want to play the magic one.
You want to play the magic one? Yeah,
I do.
Yeah. We'll play that one next. So there's like other goals and things that are magic themed. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't read that yet because I didn't want to overwhelm myself with rules.
Yeah. What I like about the game is how collaborative it is. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a lot of, I like that you call it like improv because it's a lot of yes and. Mm-hmm. Like you can sort of make, as long as you can justify it with the characters, you can make it work. And the more drama, the better. Because Jane Austen.
Yeah, and there's a mechanic in the game called the monologue token. So at any point you get a monologue token. So each round everyone has to monologue, and so I can be like, Joanna, monologue token. You have to tell me what you're thinking right now in dramatic monologue format.
I was sitting at the camp and I had my mind on my morning tea.
Yes. Oh, good. Oh, sorry. I was responding to the comments in the chat. I should probably stop reading the comments in the chat while talking to you, but we have someone who helped crowdfund it.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool game. I recommend it. If you want something a little bit different than like your traditional D&D, it's definitely a fun game. And the first episode was very exposition and trying to figure out who we all were, and now we're kind of getting into the drama part, and then at some point we'll have to reel it all in and come up with some people will get happy endings and some people probably won't. Nobody likes my character. I love him, but nobody likes him.
I mean, I like him.
I probably shouldn't have shown up drunk to that party. That's on me. But yeah, I'm excited to play more.
All right. So our next segment is Ask Charm Bomb. And we have a few questions that were sent in, but this is the part where in the chat, if you have maybe a question or two for us, we can answer a couple questions. But I think let's start with one of the ones that was submitted. What's been your favorite moment in IGGPP Camp 2020 thus far?
Well, I think I already answered that one with the gaming. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
That's fair. Oh my goodness, thanks. I think my favorite moment thus far was the moment when the Discord figured out the Mothman thing the first day. That was like, I had this sense of triumph, like, yes, they got it. Because that was really fun to plan and drop hints. And now everybody knows, like, we've got these hidden roles that can pop up. And you can assign a different one every day, collect them all. But yeah, the first day, nobody knew that it was a thing. So we had to drop a lot of hints to help people figure it out. And it was
when you say
fun.
Drop hints, you said, Summer, we need you to go dress up like Mothman in the middle of our opening campfire.
That is also true. Please dress like Mothman for all campfires from now on.
The best part was, like, I had no clue what was happening in that conversation, and I just came later and I was like, I think I'm supposed to dress up like Mothman? Because you all decided this for me.
Yes. Well, you had to represent the Chicago Mothman.
It's true.
All right. Dearest Charm Bomb, what's the wildest or yummiest thing you ever put in a s'more?
So there is a candy shop nearby me, and they make homemade marshmallows, and they make seasonal ones. I actually have some lemon meringue ones somewhere around the house right now I need to eat. Those I'm probably not going to put on a s'more, but they did make pumpkin spice ones. So I had pumpkin spice marshmallow s'mores last year.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully they will bring that flavor back in a couple months.
Spice. That sounds amazing.
Marshmallows.
That sounds so good. My favorite s'more, I like a classic s'more. And I like putting Nutella in s'mores. But for like a fun flavor that I like making churro s'mores. So you use a cinnamon graham cracker and white chocolate, if you like white chocolate. And the good toasty marshmallow melts it all together, and it's like a churro s'more.
That sounds really good. I'll be right over. Please make me one.
I couldn't find cinnamon graham crackers this week. All the graham crackers were sold out everywhere.
They were at my Trader Joe's, and I purposely didn't get them because I didn't want cinnamon graham crackers, and I couldn't find non-cinnamon graham crackers. So I feel like we're having the opposite life problem today.
Opposite life problems. I also didn't try Trader Joe's, but
yes, that was the only graham cracker I could find at Trader Joe's.
Wow. Yeah, there were none at my, like, no graham crackers at all at my store.
I will say also, if you grill a peach, I really like grilled peaches with like marshmallows and chocolate.
I've never done that. I love grilled peaches. I've never tried them with chocolate marshmallows.
It feels healthy because you're eating fruit.
That sounds really good.
I will put grilled peaches on anything. I put grilled peaches on my burgers the other day, like with some cheddar, a good cheddar.
See, I just eat
like them. A good white cheddar, grilled peach, and a hamburger.
I just eat the peaches. I love
Andrew, peaches. You can do that too. I do that too.
But yeah.
Just put grilled peaches on everything.
Any other questions for Ask Charm Bomb? I can pull another one from the email. What is the best way to dive into baking, and where do you start?
Ooh. Have someone else do it. I timed the recording of this podcast very poorly because I'm actually making a loaf of bread right now.
Oh my goodness.
And so I went over to my spouse and was like, so I have to record this podcast right when this bread needs to be egg washed and put in the oven. So could you please
good luck
egg wash and put my bread in the oven? And then it'll need to be in there for 30 minutes, which will be while I'm recording the podcast. And so could you take it out? So I think we're about 10 minutes left on this loaf of bread, and it smells pretty good from over
Awesome. That's amazing. Oh, how did I think I got into baking with box mixes at first. Like I started baking when I was a kid, but I started with like box cake mixes or the just add milk muffin mixes, like the ones that come in packets. And because it was easy, like you just dump it all in and you stir it, and you don't have to really know how to bake. You just have to follow the instructions. And I started sort of experimenting with package mixes. And then was like, well, I wonder if I can do this without a package, and started looking for, like, if you Google recipes and type in easy, like I'm always like, what's the easy version of this? I don't want to do Great British Bake Off levels. I want to do what is in my pantry levels. And what is in my pantry is basically some flour and sugar and like basics, like very basics. So that's how I started baking. And I love baking, but I will also always take what is the easy route. And I frustrate the heck. We've done some like live baking streams before in past years, and I frustrate the heck out of everybody because I just sort of make stuff up. I do not measure when I'm doing these things. My cakes always come out just fine. It's close. It's close. I think you're not supposed to be able to estimate with baking, but whatever.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not good at baking, because like I really love cooking, because you can just do that where you're kind of like,
yeah.
This needs a little bit more salt, this needs a little bit more this or that, or I want this to have more spinach, and you can just throw it in. But like with baking, it is like a science, and like you need to be methodical. And so I'm trying to like get into that. I feel like when I bake, I have to like get into that mindset of like, now I am baking, and it's kind of like sitting down to do a math problem. Like now I'm going to do this, and I cannot be watching TV and doing a podcast recording and chasing my toddler around, because then my brain like goes all the directions. So like I need to kind of like put my focus and intent in what I'm like baking, and actually measure things and take the time. And I like to go in and do the crazy recipes and just see how they come out. But again, I don't bake very often, just because like it takes a lot to get into that mindset. So I save it for like kind of special occasion baking or camp, because like I would never make bar cookies. But now I know how, and that was actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
But I forgot, I had a point with this story and I don't remember what it was. Oh, I wanted to talk about one of the baking live bakes that we did when it was the year was 2016.
Time travel. Ding 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 ding.
This is just a time traveling episode. So 2016, for the birthday party, happened to be, I had Joanna, who was in Chicago at the time, and then Stewie was in visiting, because it was C2E2 weekend, which is a big convention here in Chicago. So we had 3 people in my tiny kitchen in Chicago live streaming this cake. And as we are getting prepared to do this, I was like, oh, so I want to put marzipan as like the covering on the cake. And Stewie went, what's marzipan? And Joanna said, it's kind of like fondant, but it's, instead of like a sugar, I don't know what fondant is made out of. Instead of a gross thing that fondant is, it's like a sugar based, it's like a almond based thing. And Stewie went, what's fondant? And I was like, this is gonna go so well. And it didn't. And I think we ended up putting double the amount of butter we were, because like we ended up we halved the recipe.
But we had set aside butter for the frosting, and we forgot it was for the frosting and put it in the cake.
So it was like, this cake was literally just like oozing butter, and it tasted good, but it was very much like
pudding. It was like soft.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. And then we put the marzipan on top, and that was great. Actually, I don't know if we could put the marzipan on. It was probably anyway, it was a big failure. But it was fun, and we got to do it together.
We did. Super fun.
Are stressing Emily out. Who is a really great baker, and I'm always very jealous of the breads that come out of that beautiful kitchen.
It's true. It's true. Emily is a much better baker than us.
So maybe we were not the right people to answer that question.
Probably not. We tried. We tried.
Hey.
Do you want to hear about my recent baking fail?
Yes, always.
So I had a lot of eggs that I needed to use. And so I also wanted to deliver some baked goods to someone, and just like as a drop off, here's a little care package of some baked goods. So I was like, well, brownies use eggs. And I had all the stuff for brownies. So I'm making brownies, and my first batch of brownies is beautiful. And I have it sitting out to cool before I cut it. And I go to make my second batch of brownies, and I pop them in the oven. And the things just they don't sit up. They were liquidy, and the edges started boiling. My brownies started boiling. And I kept I left them for the amount of time they were supposed to sit, and they were still liquidy. So I started checking them, and there wasn't even a put a toothpick in, and it was still, no, it was liquid in the middle, and the edges were boiling and getting all foamy and weird. And after 45 minutes, I finally pulled it out and let it cool off. And the brownies were supposed to bake for 20 minutes. So this is more than twice the amount of time, and they're still weird. And I managed to lift them out of the pan and set them and cut them, and this watery ooze comes out of them. And then I realized I'd forgotten to put the eggs in. So
oh no.
Pro tip, you cannot make brownies without eggs.
And it's worse because you were trying to use up the eggs to begin with.
Right. I don't know, my brain just turned off and was like, this is fine.
So you basically made a chocolate lava cake.
I did. It was not good.
No, it doesn't sound good.
Always double check your recipe and make sure you're including all of the ingredients. That is my baking tip.
Yeah, not fun. Yeesh.
I'm laughing more at this than Summer is. She's just like, Joe, that's gross.
That's gross. Don't eat that.
I didn't.
It's good times. All right. Do you want to do you have any other questions, or
we can go to top 5.
We move on to top 5.
Yeah.
Continue to send questions and we'll answer them in a future episode.
Yes.
Please test our expertise on.
Oh yeah, you can always send questions for Ask Charm Bomb. Our email address is charmbomb@geekgirlpenpals.com. So submit advice questions anytime.
Advice that we may or may not know the answer to.
Yeah, no, this is, yeah.
All right. Okay, your top 5 for this month are top 5 camp snacks.
Ooh. One of mine is Pop-Tarts. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid and we'd go camping, that was the one time we were allowed to have Pop-Tarts. So I always think of Pop-Tarts and camping. I love making cobbler in my Dutch oven when I camp. I make apple cobbler in my Dutch oven, which, if you don't know what a Dutch oven is, it's like a cast iron pot with a lid, and you can put it into the campfire. And then it bakes in there. Other camp snacks, I always have to have something salty crunchy when I'm camping. So whether it's chips or popcorn or something like that, I love that kind of stuff. One of the things I typically take is tortillas and peanut butter, because if I'm going hiking, I'll make a bunch of peanut butter tortilla rolls and pack them in my pack if I'm going to go on a long hike, because they're lightweight, and then you get carb and protein in a handy little handheld packet. So that's more of a functional. And then Oh, pancakes. If you can do pancakes, like if you have a camp stove or something, I love pancakes outside in the morning. Breakfast food for camp all the time.
So I think that I had very different camping experiences than you growing up, because when we went camping, my dad liked to cook gourmet food. So we would go
Oh.
camping and eat steak and lobster. And yeah,
So you went glamping as a child.
I mean, on it, he cooked them on, like, because the grill that we had was just like a little camp stove that was then hooked up to like a, giant propane tank, which is now what I have as an adult as well. But so like anything you can cook on a grill that you would cook at home, you can cook at camp. So like, why can't you just grill a steak when you're camping? So we used to always have like steak and mushrooms and gourmet sort of items. So very different than your hamburgers and hot dogs that I think most people get. But I guess if I'm going more traditional camp food, my favorite camp food when I worked at camp and that I like to make like over a campfire is banana boats, which if you've never had a banana boat, you basically take the banana and then you peel one section of it and you cut out like a wedge shape. Take that out and eat it because you're done with it. And then you fill it with mini marshmallows and mini chocolate chips into that hole in the banana that you just did. Put the flap of the skin back on, and then you wrap them in tin foil and you just like place them on the hot coals so that the banana cooks and all the marshmallows and chocolate gooey melt. And then you take it out and peel back your skin again. And then you've got a little handheld banana chocolate marshmallow yummy treat.
I have had that, but with peanut butter added.
Also good. I also, along the same lines, really love foil packs. That's what I think we'll be making for dinner tonight. So you basically get your foil and you put in your veggies, potatoes, carrots, celery, onions, garlic, put that in there. And then you put your ground meat. We have ground turkey for tonight. But we used to do ground beef at the summer camp I worked at. And then you just like dump a whole lot of seasonings and cheese and whatever you want in there. And then you close up the foil, make it all tight so that it kind of like steams inside. Put that on the coals, cook it. And then you've just got, this delicious veggie protein salt mix, which is delicious. Going actual snacky, I love jerky. We would always have bags of jerky like when we went camping, which is delicious. I think having some sort of caffeine, so like tea, make sure that when you're going camping you still have your tea or coffee that you drink.
I have a camp kettle.
Very important to still have the necessities in life. And then let's go with like grilled peaches.
Bringing it back around.
It feels like it's cheating. Just put your fruit in the fire, I think is the point of this. Yeah, I like to have some grilled peaches.
Foil packet apples are also really good with like cinnamon and a little bit of sugar and just like let them baked apples.
Again, I'm really bad at baking, but if someone wants to like make monkey bread while we're camping, that would be amazing. You get like cinnamon rolls in your cast iron over this grill, also would be great. I'm a simple woman with simple pleasures that are just put it in a foil pack and stick it in the fire.
Yeah.
But if you can do something fancier, I will do that. Otherwise, there will be steak and lobster at my campsite.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to eat it, and that person is me. And this is why I ate lunch before we recorded this episode.
Cheers.
Yay, we had another question from our chat.
Okay.
If you could make a new cryptid or fantasy creature, what two creatures would you combine?
Oh,
that's a good one.
That is a good one. Because everything that I'm thinking of now is something that already exists. I follow an artist who makes jackalopes, and she also makes mousealopes, which are very cute. So it's like, little mice with antlers. Anything with antlers is cute.
Yeah. Have you, this is a sidetrack, but have you read or seen Hilda?
No.
It's like a comic, and then there's also a Netflix show.
No.
Hey, it's really cute. You should watch the Netflix show because it's adorable. And it's pretty quick. But my son just got into it, and it's fresh in my mind. But she has a pet deer fox. So it's like a little fox with antlers. So you would really love Twig, who is her little deer fox.
That's very cute. That makes me think of all the creatures in Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it's all like these combinations of things. Penguin seals or whatever.
I feel like if I wanted one for an actual pet, I'd probably go with like a small mammal and a flying creature. So maybe like a fox bird or a rabbit bat. Ooh, a rabbit bat.
Rabbit bat would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
Let's see. I think a seal. There's not many like sea ones. What if we did
an ocean one?
I had a really
what about an otterlope? So a sea otter with antlers, otterlope, or just like a river otter.
Okay, good, because I was kind of imagining like a centaur but with an otter body, and it was just like what? So like a horse's body, but then when you get to the head and neck, it's an otter. Like, don't do that.
It's the funniest thing. Oh my gosh.
Idea is way better.
I literally just meant an otter with antlers.
Joanna's just putting antlers on everything. What is it?
Basically, just put antlers on it.
And I have like, antlers. Wings on it. It's fine.
Oh, so we need something that has wings and antlers to combine our two loves, our cryptid loves. So a fox with wings and antlers.
Yeah, sure.
I like that. We could call it a I don't even know. What would that be? A hippofox? All right. It's up to the comment section. Name our mythological creature that is a fox with wings and antlers.
I want a cat manatee, so like the head of a cat and the body of a manatee.
That'd be cute.
A mercat, but
yeah, a permaid.
A permaid.
I did not make up that word.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
A felidity.
Felidity?
I should probably.
Manicat.
Manicat.
A foxosus. The chat has suggested foxosus.
Yeah. Foxosus? I like that.
Like a Pegasus, but a foxosus.
A foxosus.
It's fun to say, foxosus.
It's better than no, I can't come up with anything. Never mind. Next. Oh. What's next after camp?
When this comes out, we'll have a new pen pal round open. Our pen pal round, funnily enough, this month for August is cryptids. So the theme is cryptids. You do not have to be into cryptids to sign up for a pen pal. It's just a little fun flavor that we give every month. So you can head to geekgirlpenpals.com/pen-pals to sign up for a pen pal, or check all of our social media because we put that link on everything.
Well, you do. I don't.
Fair. Okay, I put that link on everything. It's everywhere.
It's good times. Oh, fun times. All right. Well, we're at about 40 minutes. Should we
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Wrap it up for today?
Yeah.
Well, thank you to the people who joined us on here.
Yeah. Thank you to our live audience in the chat for coming.
I don't know. Live podcast seems weird. Where can people find us if they wanted to?
Yes, you can find us online at geekgirlpenpals.com. You can also find us on all of our social medias at Geek Girl Pen Pals. Pretty much if you search that, you can find us anywhere that we are. You can reach out to Charm Bomb at any time. Our email address is charmbomb@geekgirlpenpals.com, or you can find us under the hashtag Ask Charm Bomb. It's a great way to submit questions. I do check that hashtag.
And I check the email.
Hey.
Teamwork. High five.
High five.
Much love to Rosa, who's our producer, who edits us to make us sound better than we actually are.
Hey.
And to Omni Boy, whose cloud surfing is the intro music that you hear every episode.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for podcasting with me, Summer.
Thanks for podcasting with me, Joanna.
Bye.